Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me today for your daily tarot reading. I always ask you to choose the stone that draws you, and we will begin. I'll put the timestamps in the description box so you can find your pile quickly. These are actually piles of 3 because that tells the story better. We have the pink stone, those of you who chose the pink stone. We have the Ace of Coins, the Ace of Swords, and the Page of Cups. So nothing huge or earth-shattering today, more than likely. In any case, you've got a lot of help coming from the Ace of Coins. You've got the Ace of Swords. So you do have help coming out of the heavens. You've got spiritual help. You've got angelic support for inspiration, for your planning, for your thinking. Your thinking can be lit up, bringing a victory. There are laurel crowns here. There's a crown here. And you've got help from the heavens for helping your finances, your security, your health, whatever sources of security that need shoring up. So there we go. Look for those. Look for those helps. So much of the time, if we believe, we can see it. And then we have the Page of Cups. That's a little bit of good news, too. So it can too be, look at this, the fish is sort of whispering in this page's ear. So the fish is sort of symbolic of those thoughts that can flit in and out, those thoughts that can sort of fly through your mind that are light, they feel hopeful, they feel like they're tempting you almost to take a more childlike and trusting view of the world. Well, of spirit anyway. Human beings are human beings. When we're all on the other side, we'll understand, that everything we ever did out of fear was silly. But it can be a more relaxed and more trusting in the universe kind of stance. That's what the little fishy brings. Little messages like that. All right. For those of you who chose the green stone, we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Five of Coins. We have the the Knight of Wands. So the Wheel of Fortune is here to say, okay, it's a new era. There's something new happening in one area of your life or something transformative. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is usually fortune coming around in your favor. When this new era comes, there's a sense of, yes, in our spirits, there's usually a sense of it is time. And sometimes the new era doesn't look great in the beginning because it's change, and change is sometimes hard. And we can feel a little shut out in the cold. Here with this Five of Coins, there may be something that you feel shut out in the cold about, or you sense a lack. A lot of times the Five of Coins is about people feeling a lack of security, not enough health, wealth, other sources of security. Now, this couple, though, is about to go into the church where there's abundance of security. A lot of times, the Spirit brings change, and we don't understand it, and we don't understand why. And we, in fact, feel like, uh-oh, is it going to be okay? But the guidance in this card is about centering ourselves in Spirit. It's about turning to Spirit for spiritual answers. And that can bring a sense of security. And then the Knight of Wands, that means that you're going to have some pretty good energy and purpose today for getting something done. There's something that you've been doing. There's something you've been doing. It's drawn you. It's been purposeful, and you keep on going today. You have energy to move forward with it. It keeps progressing. So that is good. All right, for those of you who chose the deep red stone, we have the Death card. We have the Empress card. Okay, now don't take the Death card. I mean, very, very, very rarely does it mean literal death. But we have the Empress right next to it, which to me is talking about an ending that gives birth to a new beginning immediately. You know what this is saying? These are two powerful major arcana. This might be over this time in your life, actually. What this is saying is sometimes there needs to be an end of something before there can be a new beginning that's remarkable and life giving and gorgeous, and what spirit wants to bring into your life. That's what that's saying. Sometimes our best new beginnings, our best, just the best things that come into our lives, as we look back, we realize if the thing before that had not ended, we never would have been able to receive the good thing. You know what I mean? We see that. You can see that if you look back in your own history. There are things that ended that you may really have not liked them ending. But honestly, if they hadn't ended, you wouldn't have been in a good position for the next blessing. So that's what this is about. That's what this is about. And the Two of Coins is about balance. It's about keeping your balance, keeping being the nimble juggler. So obviously you're quite competently doing that, even though it may feel challenging because there's turbulence in the background. But obviously these two things are different things. It's sort of like, okay, this larger thing is going on in your life right now. And we don't know where the ending is. It could have to do with one area of your life, a pattern. It could have to do with work. It could have to do with a relationship or friendship. It could have to do with simply a way of thinking. We don't know what the end is. You maybe have a feeling but that's to make way for a new beginning. But in the meanwhile, you're competently juggling. You're keeping your balance. You're good at that, and you're doing fine. You're juggling your sources of security. So there's a reassuring card that universe sort of just threw in there to help you know that, okay, even though something big may be changing, you don't lose your footing. You don't lose your footing. So that's good to know. For those of you who chose the blue stone, we have the World, we have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Six of Coins. Now, a lot of times, you guys, I'm giving you an interpretation of this, but sometimes I describe what each card is because it may hit you as, oh, for me, it means this. You know what I mean? And your intuition is always going to be more spot on for you because it's for you. You have your guides in direct communication with you, your angels, your loved ones on the other side. So that's why I sometimes let you know just what the cards mean so it can hit it for you, what it means. Now, the World card is a completion. It's a success. It's sort of, oh, I've arrived. In some area of my life, I've arrived. And Spirit brings this when Spirit is wanting to remind you of that and remind you that there are some things you've accomplished that were very important in your life's purpose when you came. It was in your contract. You chose it on the other side, and you came in and did it. And so maybe Spirit wants to remind you of some of those successes. The World card can also come up when we have the world on our mind and we want to see a completion. Now, the Six of Coins is about giving a little bit. And we may give something practical, more than likely, with the Six of Coins. Or we give some message or something that lends a sense of security. The Seven of Swords comes up when maybe somebody has been trying to get away with something and it probably will shortly come out. Or there's a hidden agenda somewhere and you don't know what it is. It's some sneakiness a lot of times. Once in a while, though, what it is shrewdness. Once in a while, it's sort of somebody with good motives keeping something close to their vest, keeping a hidden agenda because it's not time to tell everybody, So it can be any of those things. But in this reading, with the World card right in the center, I am thinking that that's a reassurance about your successes. If anybody has a hidden agenda from you or trying to take more than their fair share, or what have you anywhere, that can't shake this. That's what I'm hearing. That can't shake this. And in fact, that doesn't even harm you, because you're still in a position to be giving. So because of this. So that's what I'm seeing when I take all these cards together. But again, you pull from them the meanings that fit your life. All right. Well, I thank you all so very much, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.